Team 11, and as many of our experts were pointing out, Kuldeep Yadav is definitely in. Deep, I'll come to you with this because you were suggesting maybe Washington Sundar could be one strategic, replacement as well. So Arshdeep is sitting out, Kuldeep is in, Jasprit is there, of course, Varun Chakravarti, Shivam Dubey, Hardik Pandya, Rinku, Tilak, all the others remain the same. Ishan, Abhishek Sharma, Akshar and Surya Kumar Yadav. So Arshdeep is sitting out, Washington Sundar hasn't made it in, and of course Sanju Samson is sitting out because Abhishek has come in. So your first thoughts on the lineup that the Indian team has gone up with?
I think on expected lines. Obviously, the combination is on expected lines. Even getting Kuldeep in is on kind of expected lines. Washington Sundar was a kind of a left field choice, but then this was what we were talking about as well. That extra spinner in these conditions on the surface. And Kuldeep is a match winner. He's a wicket-taking bowler. The X factor of being a left-arm wrist spinner. Quickly, the other important thing Rakeshji mentioned about Pakistan chasing. They're not a good chaser any which way. And if you look at their playing 11, you've got a batter at number 4, which is Babar Azam. And from there on, it is their all-rounders. Mohammad Nawaz, Fahim Ashraf, and all of them, Shadab Khan. So technically speaking, they have a lot of all-rounders. But as far as batting is concerned, it stops at 4. So I've mentioned this before, and Rakeshji also said the same thing. I wouldn't mind batting first against Pakistan, and especially this combination that Pakistan has with 4 batters and then all-rounders from there on.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let's take final comments. Any time in the last few years when India and Pakistan have played, I was at the MCG in 2022, that match that everybody remembers and has catapulted Virat Kohli even higher in the Hall of Fame. That knock that he played against Pakistan with Hardik Pandya, the partnership. Then you, of course, had these Asia Cup matches. You had Tilak Verma playing a blinder for us in the final. Who's going to raise their hands up if it gets tricky? Ritender, what is your gut telling you? One, about now that India is batting first, what could be a good total, good target? And who is that star to watch out for?
Look, I would be a bit biased. I would definitely go with Abhishek Sharma. The way he has been batting, I think he has been clobbering all the bowlers around the park. He has been in great form, sublime form. And stopping him won't be easy for Pakistan bowlers. They have to see back of him very early if they want to make any sort of mark in today's match. And yes, as we say in Punjabi, ikki dukki chak davange, lord paita Pakistan nu tak davange. So India is going to dominate entirely today evening.
All right, Rakeshji, your final thoughts.
I'm saying don't give them a chance to put their foot in. That is, save your wickets, steady start, don't be needlessly aggressive. You can charge anytime you want because so many guys bat so aggressively here. They are game changers, they are match winners. Just keep that head on your shoulders and we are winning this match hands down.
Deep, what's a good total now? What should we really go for here?
So what I hear is the same pitch that was used for the Zimbabwe-Australia game, where Zimbabwe scored 169 and they defended against Australia, right? So I'm just going to go by that, and I'm going to say 170, 175 would be par. Anything above that is a winning total. Again, Abhishek, I hope, listen, he's boom or bust, right? Last game, first bowler, and that's the scene with him. And the first 6 overs going to be crucial. The ball coming onto the bat a lot better. Overs of fast bowling. Get to that 170, 175 at least, and the game's yours. But let me assure you this can be a good game. This would be a little tricky game, not as simple and as easy as people would like to believe, because these conditions will kind of close the gap that these two have in terms of quality. These conditions, if it's a low-scoring game, that bridges the gap a little bit.
Yes, and can I just say, one of the interesting matchups to watch out for could also be Bumrah bowling up first, right? Because he was hit for a few sixes by the Pakistani openers, Fakhar Zaman, I think, last few times that we played. Do you think that would be an interesting match? Faizan, would you think that would be an interesting matchup to watch out for? Something for Bumrah also to kind of come out today and kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say redeem himself, but Daryl Mitchell has hit him for a few in an over, and then Pakistani team had done it. So something to watch out for. Deep.
Listen, Saibzada Farhan has already done a documentary based on his exploits in the Asia Cup against Bumrah. So, yeah, hopefully no part 2 of that. And listen, with Bumrah, the best part about Bumrah is we keep talking about his action and uniqueness and all of that, but I think his biggest strength is his cricketing IQ. I haven't seen any batter who's had a good first outing against him, coming back and repeating the same. I have not seen that. Trust Bumrah to find a way to make sure that Saibzada does not have a part 2 to that documentary.
Or if there is a part 2, Ritinder, then it's a part 2 where he has to maybe talk about how it did not go very well. Maybe Bumrah can make the part 2 documentary.
Yeah, I think now Bumrah's documentary will be coming because yes, that can be one of the days when he was smashed. But yes, Bumrah is a class apart, and somebody as consistent as Bumrah, bowling all these Yorkers for years, getting the ball going, swinging, and I'm sure that with his class, he won't be an easy bowler today for Pakistan. And if they don't play Bumrah well, and as Deep has said, Rakesh Bhai has said, this can be a tricky game. But if this is going to be a tricky game, going to be in any ways close, Pakistan has to play Bumrah well. They have to smash Bumrah, and that doesn't seem to be possible at the moment because Bumrah is blazing all cylinders. He's in good form, and if he gets going, if he gets those 2 early wickets, this is going to be a one-sided affair in favor of India.